All right, let's go ahead and call this meeting to order. First time to pledge allegiance. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item was approval of April's minutes.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes for the month of April.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, all in favor? Okay. Next item was financial report.
So it looks like a lot of people you had to refund because of the park.
Mm-hmm. I have been able to switch some over to the community room though, but not many.
That'll be the first item on the
Yeah.
under.
Mm-hmm. I don't think there's anything unusual this time.
This highways and something reimbursement 400.
That was Randy's 2 days.
Remember.
And just so y'all know, this money that's in the SPOS fund, I know we got to reimburse general operating, but Randy suggested that I just wait till we have enough in there to write one check rather than a check every month. Be easier on auditing.
I make a motion that we approve the financial report for the month of April.
Okay, do I have a second? Second. Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, all in favor? Okay. All right, old business. Flood damage. Charles got more information I have on it, but basically, we did get it declared, and the governor signed it, and then it went to the president, and the president signed it today. So we should know something by next week, hopefully, of how much money we're getting and how it's split.
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna have the money amount, but the webinar. They're doing a webinar for all the procedures and the criteria and everything. It will be one day next week. They don't know yet which, because he just signed it today. But I spent about an hour on the phone with the lady from GEMA, and she says that it has been declared and Pickens County was included, so therefore Talking Rock is included. And there's the next step of having to fill out forms and submit them, and then they'll come back and tell me how much. She said, well, you'll just send in for what you've already spent. And I said, I've already explained to you, we've not spent a lot because we don't have the money to spend if we don't know we're getting it back. And she said, well, I understand, but she said you can go ahead and start, spending. She said I just wouldn't spend the whole 100,000, so you don't have to worry about that. We can't do that anyway. So she said, but I feel confident that you will get, she said, we don't even know yet if it's going to be 75%, 80, or 85% of what we turned in, because we will have a match that we have to do of the remaining. So.
Okay, so with that being said, my helper has got the bathrooms all cleaned up, and we found enough of the manual flush valves to get the bathrooms operational. So hopefully if Mark can bring his tractor up here, we can, you know, sort of fluff up the, playground area and see if there's enough mulch and stuff that's still there and get it fluffed up. We might still have to have the back 2 acres closed, but I think we can open up the front 2 acres, or I mean, yeah, front 2 acres. The only thing, you know, there's a couple of trash cans we can go ahead and buy because there's like $20 a piece or 25 somewhere along there, and then put mulch down. And they do have some red mulch out there now. We were waiting on that, and they've got some set aside, and you know, like I say, we've got enough money there to go ahead and do that. And we thought we'd just go ahead and put those 6x6s back down, but put them a foot or so apart for parking stops, since we've got them, so that won't take a whole lot of money. And as far as gravel, we could wait till we got the money, you know, to re-gravel the parking lot. So hopefully maybe after this weekend we can open the front half back up until we get this money and to start replacing, you know, the walkway. You know, I think it's still, you can still use it, but you know, like I said, once we get this money and replace the walkway, you know, the park will have to be closed a day or two for some of the repairs, but you know, we could go ahead and open up for the weekends and maybe try to close it through the week and get some of this work done, you know, through the week before, you know, school's out and everybody's there through the week. So hopefully we'll know how much we're getting. I just don't like to spend a whole lot of money without guaranteeing to know what we've got. You know, so that being said, like I said, if everything works out, we should be able to open up the park this weekend, after this weekend, and then as the money comes, or you know, I think Cheryl said one time before, you know, we had to spend it and then they reimbursed us. But like I say, I'd just like to know that we're we're getting that money so that we know what we can, you know, spend on. And once she knows that, we'll go from there. And just an update, I know she didn't add this, but she got on the had a phone call today from Wildcat Timber owner about the finding situation and everything like that. He wants to come up and meet next week, and we'll talk about that and see where we're at with that and everything. So that's the update on those two things. So so hopefully we can get up and running this weekend, just, you know, and then once we get the money, or know we're definitely getting the money, we can start actually spending. We've got that FEMA account from this building here. I think we can just use it to deposit the money in, so we won't have to, you know, open up another checking account, and we can keep it separated as we get the money in. If they do, you know, I don't know which way they're going to do. But if it's okay with the council, I guess the motion maybe is once we know that we're going to get the money, and if we have to spend it first and then get reimbursed, I guess a motion for the council to allow to go ahead and start spending that money, or you know, getting things back going as we can. I mean, you know, I mean,
Especially replacing the equipment.
yes. So so if we go ahead and do a motion to, if we get the funds from the government, that we start, you know, I can go ahead and start, you know, replacing some of the equipment and stuff before.
Not until we get the funds, or?
Well, I mean,
I just really feel like we need to open that park again.
well, no, we're going to open it, the front half, but I mean, as far as.
Oh, you say talking the rest of the stuff?
Yeah, like the golf cart and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, wait till we, you know, and once we see we're going to get that, then that way we're not having to wait till next month and getting, you know, the fence put back up, and you know, just like over at the brewery, you know, fence over here.
Well, we're confident enough now that we can do, at least get it open, bathrooms
Yeah,
fixed up, all that
yeah,
stuff.
because we really didn't spend a whole lot of money on that,
Yeah.
so probably less than $500 probably,
Less than that.
yeah, so,
I still gotta go buy batteries
yeah,
for everything. The soap dispenser and
plus
all
the
got to have batteries.
Mulch and all that.
yeah, so,
And we have money in the park maintenance fund to pay for the mulch. I believe there's enough left.
yeah,
And so that's, won't even, we can reimburse it, you know, once we start getting the FEMA money, but there's enough in there because we usually have to do mulch every year anyway.
So pretty much everything except the sidewalk,
yeah.
which we're gonna pour,
Picnic
Yeah.
and
tables
then whatever.
And then a couple
and
of picnic tables.
swings.
But I'll be honest with you, I looked at the picnic tables at Home Depot. I think they're like $119.
Were they that cheap, the wooden ones out there?
Yeah. Well, no, not the ones that, like your place, but I mean, like the ones that we got the first go around. I mean, they're actually, they're not as
There
big.
were 6-foot tables at Home Depot, weren't there? The
Yeah,
ones out front, oh,
yeah,
you can't buy the wood.
no. So that's what I was saying, I was thinking we, you know.
What about
for-
the ones that Mark
You
Rizzo
can buy them and
was
just take them
gonna have?
apart and sell the wood.
Yeah, yeah, so anyway, so if I can get a motion to go ahead and, once we find out, we're definitely getting the money to go ahead and start replacing some of the equipment and going ahead and getting the, sidewalk, the walk path done
I
and,
make a motion that once we find out we're getting the money, that we're gonna do the sidewalk and everything.
okay, in the park.
And the park.
All right, do I have a second? Okay, we'll have a motion second. Any other discussion? If not, all in favor? Okay. All right, I think Cheryl got a copy. This is a plat off of 136 that has been sold and divided into, they want to divide it into 2 parcels. The zoning will stay the same. They're just splitting it up. Now you show,
What I gave y'all is actually the, off of Q Public, but the plat pretty much follows that line. You'll see that there's a line right in the middle of that. That, I suppose, they're showing is the road, the old road bed that goes in there. And that's basically what they're doing. One of them's taking one side of the road, and the other one's taking the other side.
Oh, this split right here, from this part to this part?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I got you.
That's one big parcel, and it's on the other side of the
It's
lake.
not a road. I mean,
Well,
your fence
it-
going through there or something.
No, that fence
No,
goes.
there's actually an old road in there from 136, because we used to ride through there on 4-wheelers.
Yeah, it might still be there, but I don't think they access it, because I can drive down there and I know what you're talking about. The road I'm talking about is over by, how you get into that end right there, where the lake is.
mhm,
See that road off Highway 136?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's talking about over here. Yeah.
okay.
I'm sure there's all kinds of trails up there over the years.
Well, this was actually, it was actually a road that was used by the timber companies to go in there, but also these property owners. If you'll notice, all these little squares that are in there, those are actually landlocked little
That's what I was gonna ask.
yeah. Because the original, I can't remember what Mr. Cagle's name was, but anyway, when he owned it, he would give off those little bitty pieces to friends for them to put a cabin on by the lake.
Inside,
Yeah,
the
like,
landlocked.
yeah, they're landlocked. But there was a road access in there, because we used to take campers down there and camp on the lake.
So you're saying that those current, I see 2 or 3, that those are not a part of this land? Is
No.
what you're saying, okay.
No, they're landlocked out of that.
So what's the division of the 76 acres?
I don't know that let me see if it tells me. Okay, tract 1 is 36.331 acres, and tract 2 is 36.665 acres. So it's pretty much equal. for the most part.
If she's talking about what we're talking about, that don't.
Not if they're divided by this road.
Yeah.
If they're
Something
divided by
wrong?
this road, it's not
No, it's
close.
nothing to do.
I'm sorry?
If they're divided by this road,
Yes.
because those aren't equal.
That's not equal.
Well, according to the surveyor, well, I think he,
Yeah, you're talking about this area right here, and then this area right here, and then this is the road you're talking about.
yeah, but then there's another one that goes this way.
Or are you
It
talking
goes
about
down.
this split? This split
This
looks,
split right here.
this split looks more even.
Right, this
Then-
split right here of this is track, well, track 1 goes out here
Mm-hmm.
and back around, and then this is track 2.
Okay.
But you've got the road coming in off of 136, and
Which
then,
is this road.
you've got, and then you have this road that cuts here that goes out by the shoreline. And then there's another one that cuts off right here,
Mhm.
and this goes down to that little landing
Mhm.
there at the,
Yeah.
at the lake.
If you use this line, that does look similar, the same size, but I was talking about, from that thing you just gave us, it looks like this, and it's this part, and then this part, okay.
Mm. I
So
copied
you're
it
just
once.
looking at something different.
So they just wanted to rezone,
No, they're
No,
subdivided.
They're
yeah,
subdividing,
subdividing
yes.
it.
But so far, just in the two large.
Yes,
Yes, and they can't subdivide again for another year.
Yeah.
and they are aware of that.
And have you talked to them, or do they not feel like
No,
they
but
want
I've talked to the surveyor, a couple of times, and then I talked to the realtor, and they both assure me that they are aware that this cannot be subdivided again for a year. And that when they do, they'll have to bring the plat before the council again to get it approved.
I mean, is it your feeling that they want to build a bunch of houses?
No, all of them have told me, but then, you know, we hear everything, is that they've just divided it for recreational use, their friends, and that there, some down the road, they may build a cabin on it.
Okay, so, like I say, the zoning is gonna stay the same, all they're in is splitting the, two tracks. So I have a motion to approve the plat as presented.
Yeah, I make a motion that we allow it to split into 2 individual tracks.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion second, any other discussion? If not, all in favor? Okay. Sidewalks, I think we're gonna, hold off on that until next month. There's some more discussion needs to be done about that, but basically we're thinking about, using LMIG for sidewalks besides patching the roads, because I mean, we don't have enough money to patch the roads with what little bit that we're getting. We get about $3,000 or so from LMIG, per year. So, we can use from last year and this year, and we can do sidewalks, but we have to put so much, 20%, I think it's 20%, I believe,
I think so.
in that. So, so anyway, talking to Tony, he just bought the property next door, and he started renovating. So, like I say, we want to talk about a couple of things, and then we'll come back to council next month and set that up. So if there's not any other business,
I can't think of anything.
y'all have anything else? I see, another piece of property is getting cleaned up. Looking real good. So, well actually, it's over here and another piece of property,
Yeah, I
so
got
I mean,
two.
it's getting, and like I say, Patel's wanting to move up on his, as far as getting his 24 acres cleaned up, so, and the ladies that own the, got the 118 acres, they're wanting to, submit the paperwork, to be considered annexed in to the town, so,
That's good.
so.
Where's it currently now? Or what's it under now?
It's in the county,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so she wants to annex it in.
What's the projected timeline for the restaurant to open up?
July.
July?
Yeah, it's up in July, cause he got moved into, his house, so he's been under construction with it, that's the
Mhm.
pictures I was showing you. So he's gonna 100% totally, you know, get started, I mean, well, I mean, they already started, but I mean, he's gonna be full blast to it. So hopefully, he's hoping in July.
And some of his workers come across the street and help Tony tear down the
So,
building, so they're sharing workers.
How's the parking going?
oh, that will, we got Mark to, Grizzle to do some drone shots, but he didn't get the one on the back street. But once I get those drone shots, then I'm gonna present it to the council about, you know, the extra parking. That's one of the things about the sidewalk we was talking about. So we're gonna check, and make sure with the attorney and stuff, but like I said, I just wanna get an overview shot so that we know, everybody knows what we're talking about. So like I say,
It's good problems to have.
yeah, yeah. Well, we should have close to 100 parking places with those two things, so.
But the sidewalks as they are right now are not handicap accessible, so.
So anyway, well, like I say,
I'll
I think we'll have a lot more information on that, next month, and, be working on that, so. If nothing else, I have a motion to adjourn.
Motion adjourned.
Second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?